This is a short but scarring story. Nonetheless, from my early childhood, I grew up in an average middle-class home. In the suburbs, my sister and I were huge fans of Christmas as kids. I had to be like 6 years old when this happened, because we had just moved to our new house. This is one of my earliest memories in life that I remember vividly, just because of the gravity of it on Christmas Eve. I would always have trouble sleeping, even as a young kid, just due to anticipation. I would stay up really late, playing video games in my room on my old box TV. I'd play until I just fell asleep from exhaustion this night in question. I was playing a Star Wars game for the PS1, and when I had to go to the bathroom, I turned the volume down low and quietly snuck out of my room, because I knew my mom would get mad if she heard me sneaking around. On Christmas Eve night, I snuck to the upstairs bathroom, and when I was done, I was quietly going back to my room when I heard the sound of the tree rustling around downstairs. My first instinct was to think Santa. I started tiptoeing down the stairs until I got to the bottom. The sound of the rustling pine needles was louder now. I peeked around the bottom wall of the stairway into the living room. There were no lights on, except for someone holding a flashlight. I could see only the person's legs as they were bent over behind the tree. There was a black bag on the floor, and this random adult man came out from behind the tree and looked at me. He looked at me and put his pointer finger up to his mouth, and he made a shushing motion with his lips. He whispered, "Yes, I'm Santa. I was old enough and smart enough to know that wasn't what the Santa I grew up knowing looked like." I started screaming for my mom and dad as loud as I could. I remember the man started freaking out, deciding whether or not to take the bag he filled with our gifts, and he ended up running away to the front door. I don't remember if he had to unlock it or if it was already unlocked or not. I just remember him leaving through the front door, and seconds later, my parents running down the stairs. I'm sure I screamed, "There was a man in here," and them seeing the black bag on the floor, filled with our would-have-been stolen gifts, proved that here's where my memory started getting fuzzy. So I had to ask my parents what happened next. But my dad told me he went outside in his slippers and ran all over the place ready to kill someone half. The ornaments on the tree were taken off, and in the bag, what kind of sick evil person steals people's sentimental Christmas ornaments? According to my dad, the method in which the man broke in was the back door, which it appeared he yanked open with a crowbar. Due to the chipped wood, a house a few blocks away had also fallen victim to this. And it was on the news. It was most definitely the same guy. I don't remember much from when I was 6, but this is a memory that most of it still sticks in my brain like it was only a few years ago.